is Entertainment Life on the Sasha Marina Show, a show about the entertainment and music industry, where you get to hear from the top and up-and-coming stars, from amateurs to professionals. They're all just working hard for success. This show is to give those the opportunity to speak about their talents and what they're doing to succeed in their dreams. And now, here's your host, Sasha Marina.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I have a very special guest, of course. As every other day and every other show, I have a very special guest and people that are very talented and work very hard towards the dream. I mean, they get their hands on anything and they do it right. So without further ado, Mr. Billionaire Cruz. He is a very interesting person. I kind of just saw him through Facebook. I don't even know how is it that I glanced up on his profile, and I just saw everything that he was doing. He's a musician, an artist, just a rapper. As you see, his song is very motivating and, it has some gospel terms into it too, something very positive. So I'm glad to see that in certain musicians, and that's still kind of alive in the music industry, because some things that we hear out there are just plain crazy. And I know I'm not the only one that thinks that. Also, I guess that I've seen through his resume, he's done a lot of work. He's been working on some independent features or shorts or something like that. Also, he's done several commercials and videos. So, the guy knows what he's doing. He's been working for a while. And I just wanted to bring him on the show and just talk about his journey, because he has an interesting backstory. So that plays a lot into who he is, I guess, in general. So without further ado, Mr. Billionaire Cruz. Hello, Billionaire. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. How you doing?
I'm good.
How you doing?
Thank you. Thank you for tuning in today.
How's everything going?
I'm great. I appreciate your time. So, like I said, you have a very interesting backstory. I mean, everybody that has read your bio and who hasn't, could tell that, you have something special. If you can start off by telling me, who you are and, why are you here today?
First of all, I would thank God for everything. For this opportunity. I mean, any opportunity that comes, I think, is great. If you have a dream and you're a go-getter, you follow it, and you should never quit. If you have a dream, go for it. Look into yourself and say, you know what, this is what I want to be. And, if you have a lot of negativity, people around you, you need to move on from that and keep going forward.
I know you do a lot of things. You're a musician, you're an artist, you are, an actor as well, or pretty much, dipping your fingers in the whole acting world and, overall the entertainment world. What did you do first? What kind of called you into the entertainment business? Was it music? Was it acting?
Actually, it was the music. I always knew I had a calling. I was chosen for something, and so I sit down in my garage and I was writing music. And I don't know, it just came to me. I was listening to a lot of artists from 50 Cent to Lil Wayne to Smokey Robinson to the Temptations to Jesus Romero, great artists and stuff. And I feel like, I had that passion, but I just didn't know from where. But I just asked God to bless me with a talent. So I just started writing music, started writing straight from my heart. And then from there, I just started knocking doors, but a lot of doors closed, but, I'm always been the type of person that never takes no for an answer. And so one door opened and then many opened from there.
Okay. So I understand that you're located here in Los Angeles, California. Were you born here, or do you come from South America, or were you raised here? What's your background?
Well, actually, I was born in Central America, which is Honduras, La Ceiba, one of the tourist places. And then I came over here when I was 4 years old. And I lived in Los Angeles for a couple of years, and now I live more towards Culver City, Mid-City. And, just expanding and elevating and never retrospect.
Okay. I understand, too, that you have a new, I don't know if it's an album that you're trying to push out, or a mixtape.
Actually, it's a single that we actually are pushing, and right now it's being negotiated with Sony right now. So hopefully, they pick it up. It seems like it's going very well, and I've been getting a lot of very good feedback. And I tell everybody who wants a single, they could go to my page and just press like, and they'll send them the single.
Oh, that's perfect. Is it the one that we heard today? I Pray?
Yeah.
Or was it another one? Okay.
No,
okay,
it's
perfect.
actually that one. Yeah.
What I know you sent me a couple of trailers, and I saw on your site that you've been doing some films as well. Tell me a little bit more about, I think it's Poker. What was that film about, and what was your role? What kind of role did you play in that film?
That one I played like a hitman. It's actually about a mafia Chinese gang, and they're gaining money and power, and they're getting the fame, and everybody's scared of them. So there's this gang that rises. It's called Poker, which, they're like assassins and stuff, and they could kill you with your poker card. And they're very elite gang. Yeah, they're an elite gang, and for them to stay in power, they need to kill the pokers. And so they send a lot of hitmen. So I'm one of the main hitman guys that runs the team. So we go after them, and we do a lot of fighting choreography, and I do a lot of stunts. So we did a lot of fighting, shooting, and it has a lot of action, dramatic. It's a really cool film.
Is that one of your first kind of supporting roles, or have you done other things before that?
Actually, yeah, that was one of my first films, and it was one of my first principal roles. And I believe I did great. The trailer looked great, and the movie's going to be awesome.
Yeah, the trailer looks kind of interesting. I mean, I was trying to understand what was going on. But, I mean, that happens to me with even Hollywood films from the trailer. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and I don't even understand it. So it's not scattered. It's independent. It has this whole different vision to it, and everybody is Asian, and I'm just trying to figure out what do these cards have to do with anything.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Right.
It's cool.
I'm actually the same way. I'm trying to figure it out before I, decide if I'm going to see it or not,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I congratulate you with that. I see that it's a very diverse cast in that project. I mean, it's mostly Asian, and, it's, you being Central American. I don't know if there was other Hispanics also in the film. But it looks really nice.
The interesting part about it, there actually wasn't. I was the only one. And I guess that's when I guess the director wanted to make it different, like, to surprise the fans and the public, like, wow, a Hispanic person is running the thing in front of an Asian gang, and he's part of that gang. And I don't know, I guess he wanted to go for a different direction, different look, and to just surprise them or something. Yeah,
I guess as a director, as a filmmaker, period, you kind of have to, nowadays you really have to make it diverse, your films or whatever it is you do. So everybody can feel a part of it. Because if you only put Asians or just Americans or just, African Americans in it, it's like, okay, cool. Where am I located in this film? How can I feel connected to it? You can't. Tell me more about what's going on. I know you're trying to push this one single, and hopefully it goes through with Sony and stuff. Is there anything else any events, any performances, anything that's coming up soon that your fans can go out and support you at?
Actually, right now, I'm actually doing a lot of films because I've been getting a lot of bookings. And then right now I have a movie that's coming out. It's called Tacos for Lunch. It's a Spanish movie.
Okay.
And basically that film is about a white lady that goes and picks these immigrants. You know how the Hispanics wait outside for jobs and stuff like that? They don't have papers and stuff. So she picks up two to help her move boxes, and what happens is that once she leaves, then one of the guys, which I play one of the corrupted immigrants, so I take the money, about $10,000 or so. We're fighting, and then he throws me through a glass, and then I'm choking him, and then he kills me in the film, and so much stuff. It's like it's a lot of action, and I mean, it's gonna be a really good film. So I'll let you know soon about that too.
That sounds perfect. I mean, it sounds like a lot of stunt work there, too. Are you planning to do all your stunts? Your own stunts?
Yeah, I always do all my stunts. I'm actually also shooting this new film. It's called Hollywood Tours. We're shooting June 21st. It's, I think you believe, like a 3-month shooting. And actually, the ones who's going to be involved in that film, I believe, and they told me, and it actually been not confirmed yet, but it has at the same time. Courtney Cox' ex-husband, David, I just forget his last name.
Okay.
So he's involved in the film, and so many other surprise guests that are going to be there too. And that one's going to be awesome. I actually play a convict coming out of jail and turns into a fugitive. And it's going to be in Blu-ray, and I believe it's going to be in Netflix, and that's going to be a great film. And if they pick it up, who knows where it'll go from there.
Okay, so it's starting off with good distribution, which that's pretty important. Well, I'm happy for you on that. You know, people, you know, obviously it comes a time where things start picking up a little more and things like that. I know you've probably been doing this for a while, so it's just about that time where you're just picking up in your career. Because at first everything seems really slow and so on. But I'm really glad to hear that you're, you know, working in many projects.
Oh yeah, I mean, thank God for that.
So I know that. What about with your music? So right now you're kind of doing the whole acting because you can't really do both at once. Are you planning to maybe take out, you know, release anything by the end of this year? I mean, I know it's a long way, but you know, we are in June.
Yeah. Actually, I am. I just been, you know, going to the studio a lot, and actually, the reason I haven't released to the public yet because my music actually been shooting to soundtracks, movie soundtracks. So basically, the tracks I've been doing towards the movie soundtracks. And yes, actually, I am working on an album. It's called The Book of Billionaire, and I have different singles from Rock This World to I Will Win to like I'm a Killer to different ones. I've just been preparing my album before I release it.
Okay.
So after this single promotes, I'm gonna promote another single. I'm actually also starting to work on the music videos for these singles before I release them.
Now, I usually tend to ask all my, you know, my show guests this question just because I want the audience to know and me to know too. Why the name Billionaire? What was your inspiration to call yourself Billionaire as a stage name? You know, it's pretty obvious. I guess some people, it's obviously Billy, millionaire, whatever. You know, it's obviously but I want to know your idea behind it.
Billionaire is just the phrase of what I want to be in the future. You know, I do want to be a billionaire. I want to reach millions and millions of people of not only from my talent, but you know what I do that impacts other people to have a dream. You know, and I hope I do impact their lives in any way that I'm a testimony to not only a billion people, but, you know, to become that billion. Because, I mean, one thing I always promised God was that if I do get to that point to become a billionaire, that I was willing to help other people out, like, you know, people that live in the streets, other people that don't got the money but have the talent to follow their dream, the kids in the hospital. I mean, before I started doing all this, I used to go to the hospital, help people out. I used to feed people in the street, Skid Road. I did a lot of stuff, you know. So that's basically what the name came from. And basically, I think billionaires should be everybody because everybody is a billionaire. Because I think our riches are in heaven. Even we might not have it here, but I believe we'll have it in heaven.
Helping out, that's actually very important. I mean, I volunteer as much as I can, you know, and I learn from these things. So helping out does teach. Some people think, oh, I'm just helping out, and, you know, it's just because I want to, whatever, I don't know what their idea is. But I help out because at the end of the day, I know I'm going to learn something from it.
You're totally right, and I believe the more humble you stay, the more people respect you, the more people want to follow you. And sometimes it's funny because a lot of people might not know what you do, but they just love you as a person and the way you are. And, you know, it's a lot of them have given me different nicknames from the Don to, like, the King of Swag. So a lot of them keep telling me the King of Swag because they like the way I dress. I always dress unique, different style, always fashionable. But the swag has a meaning for me, the word, which stands for someone who admires God. That's basically what I call myself, the King of Swag, billionaire.
Well, that's good. I mean, that comes as you're part of being an artist. I mean, anybody that has a real artist inside always, always shows it in some way, whether it's the way that you dress, the way that you act, or the way that you sing, or however it is that, you develop your music, and the way just that you market yourself. Because as an artist, that's very important. And I know that you have pretty much all of that on deck because obviously I've had to research you. So, you pretty much, you have created yourself, and as an image, and that's good in your part.
You're totally right. That's very important. And sometimes, the ego might come, but I always not let it get to me because I always want to stay humble and, be real and, and anytime you come and ask me for advice, and I tell this to anybody out there that's listening right now, if you come to ask me for an advice, I will always be honest with you, and I will give you the best advice that could help you out. And it doesn't matter anything. Because I have learned from being how to negotiate to body language to different stuff. And it'll be funny. It'll be sometimes around 2, 3 in the morning. People calling me, could be older, younger, and calling me about their problems, and I'm also be a counselor to them, and I put my time on the side to help them out and give them the best advice. And every time I talk to them, they feel motivated. They feel like, okay, it helped me a lot. So I'm basically like that. If you see me in the street and you just want to talk to me, I'll talk to you. If you want advice, I'm always here. I'll never give you my back or anything or ignore you. And I've never been the type that if I had issues or problems, I'll put them in your face or act like a jerk. Nah, I always put my problems to the side and, and just hang out and just talk and have a good time. I don't know. I'm just like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you're like that, and I hope you stay like that because some people start off like that and then they kind of lose themselves when they reach a certain point of success. But, I mean, that just comes with the person. It's just part of your personality, and I'm glad you're like that with people no matter where you get to or who you are or whatever the case may be. And at the end of the day, people, for some reason, they look up to you. The same way they look up to maybe another family member, the same way some people look up to me or whatever, because I had the same thing when I was younger and in school, and all my homegirls would do with like this drama, and then they come to me and ask me these things, and I'm like, bro, look, I can just tell you what I think. At the end of the day, people, no matter what you tell them or what you advise them, they're going to do whatever they want. True. But as long as you take your time, and you talk to them and you give them your opinion and you're just supporting them, that's great. And I'm glad that you have these kind of supporters that actually trust you to come and talk to you, and you can give them your advice.
And that's for anybody out there who's listening, too.
Oh, yeah, you already know. You can follow him on Twitter, Facebook, his site. You just email him. And he's the Latino, what's this guy called? I forgot the guy. Dr. Phil. There you go. So, I mean, thank you for, taking your time and speaking to me, and I hope your fans are out there listening as well as my own. Before we go, can you, just tell us where they can find you? Your Facebook, your Twitter, your website.
Oh, yeah, they could go to my website, which right now it's going to be under construction because I need to update a lot of stuff with my management team. And you could go to billionairecruise.com. As long as, even Google it, just put Billionaire Cruise, everything will come out. I'll come out like the first one of everything because I think I'm the only one named like that,
That is so surprising. It comes to a point when I tell people, the same thing. I'm like, what, just Google me. Oh, you want to know who I am? Just Google me. I mean, it might sound a little egotistic, but it's just the truth. It's all out there anyways. It's
funny because, I might do a shoot for, in 6 months, and I haven't seen that person 6 months, or, I met with Akon. I worked with his management team before, with Blake Shelton, with different kind of artists I already worked with before. And every time I get in contact with them, they never forget me. They might forget my face, but they never forget my name. And they'd be like, oh, yeah, what's up, man? How you doing? But that's just the funniest thing. They'll never forget my name.
So you worked with Akon. I kind of saw that, too, on your website. That was pretty interesting. That's awesome.
Yeah, we did actually his music video. I believe it was called One Chamber. And we we also did a one with Blake Shelton,
Mhm.
and the country singer, and different type of artists. Like I met and with Phil Collins. I've actually sat and talked with Mark Cuban, the multi-billionaire.
Okay.
From Shark Tank, I believe, and the owner from the Mavericks.
Ooh, okay. I know. You told me Mavericks. I know basketball, so that's pretty cool. I mean, so you've been doing plenty of stuff, man. You know, like that's pretty cool. I congratulate you.
I've been in different red carpets, and I met them. I actually met Tian Tamir. I actually was hanging out with last week. I was hanging out with the Wayans brothers. Not Marlon, but Sean and Keon. I forget his name. He's bald-headed from the Low Down Dirty Shame. We were actually hanging out in the Hotel W, and Phil Collins. I mean, different. I've been with different artists. I haven't met one that acted like a jerk yet. So I mean, each one been really humble and really cool people.
And that's why they're there. That's why where they're at right now. So people just gotta remember that. I mean, the better you are, it's the universe, and it's a whole force of energy. It's a cycle. You give good, you receive it, even though sometimes you'll be like, oh my God, why did this happen to me? But don't worry.
No, and actually on Sunday I was with Ron Jeremy. I don't know if you remember Ron Jeremy.
I'm not familiar with that name.
Well, it's not something to be proud of, but he's a famous porn star guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually hanged out. That's haven't been the first time, but we've been building up a good relationship as friends. Also with Jim Myers, if you Google him, he's like the multimillionaire of all the Chippendales, and he's a businessman. And we're actually been hanging out and talking and in his house, and we've been building up a good relationship. I guess you could say I'm one of this new posse, new gang member, or you could say whatever, like young. Like a good friend, though. We've been really good friends, and we've been building up that relationship. And he's a really cool guy, so I want to send him out shout-out to him and Ron and Michael. I guess that's my new people, Tony Mad, Christina, my fiance, Letty. My wife now,
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, man, all I got to say to you, Billy, is just keep doing your thing. You look like you're going the right way, and I'm glad you're here, and you just, all your continued success. I wish you the best.
Oh, thank you very much, and thanks for the opportunity. Anytime you want me to come back, I'm available. I will make time. And
all right, So thank you so much for your time.
Definitely. Thank you for everything, and thank you for all my fans and all my people and everybody who's listening, and keep supporting this show because it's going to take it to a whole nother level.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Take care.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Drop that beat. I pray, and now I have. I pray, and now I love you. I pray, and now I have. I pray, and now I love you.
Hey, that rip will follow
your whole life.
Until God blesses.
What a beautiful wife. Come on.
Man, I struggled through my journey very long.
She's the one, right?
How I feel like Adam,
incomplete.
She's so naive,
makes me complete.
And you know that I run elite. You always see me conquer defeat. So it didn't matter eyes or physique. Her attraction should have mystique. Let it always be sweet and real. I wanna have a ship, no cracks will seal. You will never see our love get killed. Even if we run TNT minefield, we can make it through any battlefield. We could do it all like the men of steel. see an old church. Ran to each other, love for one another. Her voice sweet water, now that's all that matters. Thought I never had her, love like silver platter. I wanted to know you, I wanted to hold you. I was fun, boo, and you had no clue. I was praying for you, baby. Please run like the name. You'll be so precious in my eyes. Now don't you pay attention to attacks and lies. I didn't even care what they were saying, even if they hate me. You became my lady, beautiful lady. Come on, I hope that you're ready. That's right. To take it so steady, take it and become my lady, lady. Return, my mind felt it burn. Talking in person made it confirm. I gave her the number this time correctly, cause I gave it to her incorrectly. Things got personal, it felt emotional. Love so hard became indisposable. I climbed the tower, I'm not a coward. Like in Tango, I'ma get that flower. 2 years later with a special kiss, souls connected with the Lord Jesus. Every moment we shared, Holy Spirit was there. That shows that He really cares. That's what makes us the perfect pair. You're my wife, I declare. Without you I'll live in solitaire. Baby, I breathe cause you're my air.